I always lay everything out. I realized I forgot chicken stock, so that's DoorDashed on the way. You got your celery, got your leeks, you've got your carrots, garlic, a bay leaf, thyme, tomato paste, salt and pepper. Oh, I have some onions, but I still need to chop those up. And then of course, short ribs. Pick out two, the larger ones. We want to rinse them good. Off the ends. Rinse and repeat. Whoops, I just lost 3. I don't think you should dice these that small. I forgot 2 ingredients, and I think this just arrived in like 20 minutes. A little pepper and the salt. What I always do is coarse salt to marinate, and then table salt to cook on top. This really just makes the meat a lot more tender. You can tell this is really high quality meat. You see the marbling there? I get the meat at Bristol Farms. Just one of my faves. Okay. Add the ribs. Add all the veggies, garlic, leeks, celery. I did too many carrots. Oh well, for your eyes, right? Time. Even though I bought some at the store, I got some from my garden as well, which makes the recipe even more special. Top it off with a bay leaf. Now for the fun part. I don't think it's that special of occasion for the petrus. I actually really like this bottle. It's a beautiful day here. We saw seals, saw a whale. Incredible. Stir it up a little bit. Make sure the meat is covered in the wine. I gotta get a little down and dirty here. Wine smells amazing. Hello, 6 hours later. We spent the last 2 hours on the beach. I hadn't picked the wine yet because it's gonna be a big, bold cab, and it will definitely need to decant for at least 2 hours. Of the Promontory 2013. So since we have 2, I think I'm gonna go for it. This is a wine made by the Harlan family, and it is fabulous. It'll be amazing after it decants. We have what's called a galley sink, and it is rad. Recipe wants you to save the wine and the vegetables, kind of separate them, and you're gonna use them later for the sauce. Actually put a bigger bowl. There we go. So glad I did extra carrots. All right, now you take your short ribs and you want to pat them dry on both sides with a paper towel. So I just decided to lay them. Just need to pat them dry. That way when you put them on the skillet, the way I do it, you almost like have it on high heat. And if these are wet or moist, they just won't cook as well. Bone side down. Got our salt and pepper. And I won't be too shy this time with the pepper. Salt, you want to be pretty generous. Next, you want to take some flour. And take your meat. I'm just going to pat on both sides. I wouldn't overdo it. Get like a slight breading to it. Okay, the recipe, I think it basically is calling for you to cook them in here, or probably a bigger pan because you have so many ribs, but I don't think it tastes as good unless you use the iron skillet. So I cook it on here and then transfer them over. Four minutes, probably 4.5 or so before I flip them. I think shaking is a little pro tip as well. Help spread the olive oil around. Want them looking, they're not burnt, they're just crispy. Transfer these over. Saute these 5 to 7 minutes. And put my wine in the pot. You want to bring it to a boil, or you want to cook the alcohol out of there. Add our tomato paste. And if you ask me what ingredients makes the biggest difference in this entire recipe, I would actually say the tomato paste. These are all done. So I'm just going to bring the wine to a boil. No carrot left behind. Beef stock. Drop it like it's hot. Bring this to a boil again. The boil, you want to add all your ribs. Don't drop it. The recipe calls for you to put that in there for 2.5 hours, but because I did the skillet, it's not gonna take that long. You notice like this skillet got extremely hot, so you check the meat every 30 minutes, and when it falls off the bone, then it's good to go. So since I did it this way, I would guess it'd probably take about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, so we shall see. Right, so one important detail I forgot to mention is you want to open this about every 30 minutes. If you see any fat that's collecting, you want to scrape it off. And to be honest with you, this first time, I don't see any, but just keep that in mind. Check it out every 30 minutes. This particular short rib was already, the fat was already taken off of it, but not all stores will sell it that good.
It's time. Magical moment. Whoa. Delicious.
So when you check it every 30 minutes, you're putting your fork in it and you want to make sure it's falling off the bone. So you see like most of the meat is falling off the bone. And it's very tender when you put your fork in it.
Yummy.
So Joe was kind enough to make some mashed potatoes. I like putting them on the bottom. You can do rice. I don't think it pairs as well. This would be so yummy. Okay, so I think this is really good to serve it this way. This can serve 4 to 6 people, so we're gonna have some leftovers. And the key is to make it pretty when you serve it, is to add the bone on the top. Make sure I get lots of the carrots for the sauce. And then after I scoop out just a little bit, I'm gonna put the rest in a bowl that we can use at the table. The last step is you want to add parsley, but I forgot to buy some. But it makes it look pretty. The moment we've been waiting for. I think I started this at what time?
Noon, 1 o'clock.
It's gonna go so good with the short ribs. First bite.
Tender, but juicy. Very, very flavorful. Martha Stewart's got nothing on my baby. It's fantastic. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Cheers, my love.